Hello and welcome to Can Indian channel. This video is for MBA 101, focusing on financial management. If you watch my other videos on the MBA 101 segment on this channel, then you're aware of the type of the videos I make. If so, please skip the introduction, which will get you straight to the topic. The exact time is stated in the description below. This is one of the topics that was requested from many viewers from my other videos. Also, special thank you to all the viewers and the positive comments that I've received from all across the world, especially Croatia, Belgium, Russia, India, Pakistan, and Philippines. Your kind words inspire me to make better content. Let's dive straight into the video. With my engineering background, I really had a tough time with this course for my MBA studies. But like always, I decided to come up with a real-life, simple examples to understand the theories, frameworks, and concepts. This is the genesis of the videos and content I create. So, what is finance? As per my business school's textbook, which is Introduction to Financial Management by Titman et al., finance is the study of how people and businesses evaluate investments and raise capital to fund them. This can be simply put into context in two scenarios. Number one, imagine if you work for a company as an engineer who gets paid weekly. The understanding, evaluation, and analysis of your paycheck and what you need to do with it may be called as looking after finance. Number two, say if you own a business at a local market called, for example, iHappy Novelties, selling light-up t-shirts. The understanding, evaluation, and analysis of structuring a price point for sale of t-shirts to accommodate the rent, worker wages, ongoing inventory, and a myriad of other things is also called as finance. Make sense? Let's look at it in a more granular manner. The scope of the video will be more focused on business and corporation finance. I highly suggest you watch the video on my channel to thoroughly understand the difference between sole proprietors, corporation, limited liability. I will add a link in the description below. More importantly, relax. Most financial calculations are now handled by powerful calculators. So you just need to have a good understanding of the concepts, and my team and I will try our hardest to portray this in an interesting and simplistic manner. My curiosity is like my pet cat Raja. I always wondered why study finance. Turns out, most successful people have a firm understanding on financial management, and it's extremely important to understand the concepts of money if you envision yourself to be a successful entrepreneur or if you're studying for a school. Trust me, the concepts you learn can be applied in your daily life once you start earning. Unlike studying history or literature.
Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Nadira binti Azimi from EE 241C7B Group 6. Today, I will talk about financial management systems from Chapter 6. Fundamental concepts of demand is the law of supplies, and demand is a theory that describes how sellers of a resource interact with buyers of that resource. The idea describes the link between a goods or product's price and people's willingness to buy or sell it. People are often prepared to supply more and demand less when prices rise, and vice versa as prices fall. The law of demand says that at the higher prices, buyers will demand less of an economic good. The law of demand states that if all other factors remain equal, the higher the price of a good, the less people will demand that good. In other words, the higher the price, the lower the quantity demand. The amount of goods that buyers purchase at a higher price is less because as the price of a good goes up, so does the opportunity cost of buying that goods. As a result, people will naturally avoid buying a product that will force them to forgo the consumptions of something else they value more. The chart below shows that the curve is a downward slope. Supply is a schedule of a various quantities of commodities which producers are willing and able to produce and offer at a various prices in a given time and place. Which means the amount of goods and services available for a sale in a given period of time and place. Law of supply. The law of supply says that at a higher prices, sellers will supply more of an economic goods. Like the law of demand, the law of supply demonstrates the quantities that will be sold at a certain price. But unlike the law of demand, the supply relationship shows an upward slope. This means that the higher price, the higher the quantity supplied. From the seller's perspective, the opportunity cost of each additional unit that they sell tends to be higher and higher. Producers supply more at a higher price because the higher selling price justifies the higher opportunity cost of each additional unit sold. Supply and demand is an economic model of price determinations in a market. The four basic laws of supply and demand are: number one, if demand increases and supply remains unchanged, a shortage occurs leading to a higher equilibrium price. Number two, if demand decreases and supply remains unchanged, a surplus occurs leading to a lower equilibrium price. Number three, if demand remains unchanged and supply increases, a surplus occurs leading to a lower equilibrium price. Next, if demand remains unchanged and supply decreases, a shortage occurs leading to a higher equilibrium price. For both supply and demand, it is important to understand that time is a dimension on this chart. The quantity demand or supply found along the horizontal axis is always measured in units of the goods over a given time interval. Longer or shorter time intervals can be influence the shape of both the supply and demand curve.